Hi guys, Elizabeth here, coming at you with a declutter video. This time I'm decluttering my vases. I pretty much don't have that many. About 3 years ago, I decluttered 23 vases out of my collection, and so I think I can pare it down again. I usually get vases 2 to 3 times a year: Valentine's Day, my birthday if we aren't traveling, anniversary. I used to have a lot more because I live close to a Salvation Army that used to sell vases for 49 cents, and I was really into flower arranging, so I picked a lot of them up. But I cleared out 23 vases last time. Unfortunately, I did not record that because that was before I started YouTube. So let's start. This is one of my favorite vases. It's a mottled green up here and green down here. My living and dining room is decorated in green and cream and tans, so this goes fantastic with it. I love that. I put it on the hearth, and the tiles of our hearth are like a cream and a yellowy cream, and that goes great. This I picked up to use as a vase at a yard sale. It was only like 49 cents or $1, something like that, because the lid was cracked. But I basically wanted to use it as a flower pot vase. And then I got home and I was like, why am I buying a teapot? I think I said flower pot, but a teapot to use as a vase when I have a beautiful teapot with flowers from my nanny. My nanny is my grandmother on my mom's side. So I am going to pass that on because why would I use that when I have something that has sentimental value for me at home? I want to use that in my nanny set instead. This is gorgeous. I picked this up at Kroger's. Had flowers and things in it. I don't really use it as a vase. The mouth is really wide, so you would need a lot of flowers. I do have a flower frog. I'll dig that out in a minute. But this is really neat. It does go with my decor also. It's a nice orange. I'm not sure if it's coming up on the screen, but I haven't used it in the couple years since I've gotten it, so I'm going to pass that on. Guess I'll continue down the line of the colored vases. This beautiful purple, it looks like wood grain or wavy on the outside, but I don't use it. I'm going to pass it on. Excuse me while I reach over. These I got I purchased at the dollar store. I had I was going to have a pirate Halloween party and use these as vases. I thought they looked nice and rustic. And then it got canceled at the last minute. I was just having a party. There's my husband and I and two other couples get together every month, and they were going to have it at my house, and one of the couples had to cancel. So instead, we had the pirate Thanksgiving. If I remember, I'll link that video below. But I didn't read these cards till I got home, and they're basically not. They won't hold water. They're for dried flowers. Use only with artificial or dried flowers. If using with fresh flowers or plants, a liner must be used. I'm not going to deal with that, and they were only $1 piece, so I'm going to pass that on. I don't use dried flowers, but someone who does might really enjoy that. This is a little bud vase, and I think I'm ready to pass that on. This is another bud vase that my husband gave me. It's just gorgeous. The detail on it is amazing. It is signed by the artist who made this, but I can't actually read the name. It's like Rexford or Resford or Rockford. Pardon me, but I really love this. I use this whenever I need a bud vase all the time, so I'm keeping this. Oh, here's another item. I just received this with my Valentine flowers for 2015. It had one of those green floral blocks in it, and then a huge bouquet all around it. But I am going to pass this on. This is another small vase. I got this many years ago in my late teens or early 20s. I can't remember which. Uh, if you can see the design on it, it is a princess house uh, crystal vase. I don't know if you guys remember. You know how people have Tupperware parties or Pampered Chef parties? There used to be crystal parties, princess house. If they still have them, I'm unaware of it. And this came with or I don't know if it came with, but I bought it in the same pattern with a hurricane lamp that has a candle in it. So I am keeping that. I really enjoy that. Oh, here is my flower frog. Flower frogs, some of them sit in the bottom of the vase, some of them on top, and that way it keeps the flowers standing upright, and it also helps it make it look fuller with fewer flowers. So I am definitely keeping my flower frog. This vase I love. I rarely use it for flowers. If you, oh my gosh, I think my ring just scratched my glass there. Um, because it has such a wide top. I mean, you need like 4 dozen flowers. It is Mikasa. It's crystal. We got it for our wedding as a wedding present from my husband's nephews. So this is a definite keeper. So put that over in the keep pile. If I can find the go away pile there. Okay, what do we have next? These I had picked up from the Salvation Army for like 49 cents in the way back when days. Now Salvation Army I think sells their vases for $1.99. I really enjoy these. I use them many times, but I am ready to pass them on. I've gotten into the habit of using some of the other crystal I have as vases, and like I say, when I want to use a teapot, I'm going to take this ring off because I keep hitting the glass with it. So I want to use other stuff around the house, other crystal I have to use as vases because they have more meaning to me. This is it's beautiful vase. It's a cylinder. I don't know if you guys remember a few years back it was very popular just to put like one flower, like a tulip or something in a vase and look at it through the glass. It was a really cool design thing people did for a while, but I'm going to pass that on. Here's another vase. It's got the beautiful ridges and things on the side of it. I am going to pass that on. Now I have a bunch of these shorter square vases, definitely ones that you need the green. I just mentioned them before. Floral blocks of foam thing you put in it. There's a smaller square and a larger one, and I am ready to pass those on. These are decorative, just decorative spike things that you put in with the flowers when you arrange them. I've had them for many years, like 4 or 5, and I've only used this one once. But I do think, I think mainly you use them with dried arrangements, but I'm going to use them in my flower arrangements, and then after I get done using them each time, I'm not going to try to save them because they've been sitting in water and stuff. I will just toss them out after I use them. But I do think I am going to keep these. I have 2 sets of bronze and 2 sets of things in gold. And so I'm going to use these if it goes another year, because like I say, I've had them for 4 or 5 years. If it goes another year and I haven't used them, then I will pass them on. But I do want to try to use them because I recently tried one of them and I really like the effect. Here are some items that were in one of them. It's like shells and little glass rocks. It was the flower arrangement was like seashore kind of thing, but I am going to pass those on. Now here's a bag of those little flat glass things that you usually like put in the bottom to fill it up, and then when you put the flowers in, it helps stabilize the flowers and helps them stand up some. I am going to keep this bag of rocks. Next I have this, another item I picked up from Salvation Army. It is pretty, but I rarely use it, so I'm going to pass it on. Sometimes instead of picking up cut flowers, I will pick up flowers in potted flowers, and of course I can't keep anything alive for more than a month. So I have this container with the holes. I have this flower pot, and this was the most recent, just like a month or two ago. In the middle of winter, they had some flowers at Kroger's, and I picked them up in this. And I have a brown or black thumb. I mean, let's face it, I don't keep flowers alive. So I have these 3 pot type things, and I am going to get rid of those. So to recap, I am keeping 1, 2, 3, 4 vases. That's 4 vases with, the base rocks or marbles, and the flower frog, and then these type of one-use items. And I am getting rid of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 vases, 3 pots, and these shells and things. So only keeping 4 vases this time, I think, is pretty good. Cut down keeping 4, getting rid of 14 plus some pots. So that is my declutter. And if you guys do any declutters of items around your house, please let me know. Link it below. I would love to watch it. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk with you later.